Hey guys, I hope you all are all doing fine. I'm a trainer here at Beyond Boundaries and I welcome you to this demonstration session, the demonstration class for one of the feared sections on Gmat, critical reasoning. But trust me, if you start reasoning, which you actually do in your day-to-day lives, you are not going to be in a position that most candidates, most students find themselves because they are simply scared of God knows what. Let's find out how to break this up. And also at the same time, I would also like to congratulate you for watching this video so that you can make an informed decision. What is an informed decision? What do I mean by that? There are hundreds of trainers everywhere out there who are claiming to be Gmat trainers, who know the Gmat inside out. Well, everyone says, as I said a little while ago, the whys and the wheres and the whens and the whos are fine, but the hows is what you need to do. Many trainers would give you a lot of information, a lot of fallacies, unnecessary fallacies that the Gmat doesn't even test and would want you to get into those and then rote learn them, and then you end up seeing stars. So here's the deal. The first thing that you need to do when you come across a CR question, there are different types, of course. I'm sure if you're a candidate who's interested in the Gmat test and is watching the video, would know that there are different kinds of questions: strengthening, weakening, assumptions, inferences, and so on and so forth. But here we're looking at, our focus should be on strengthen. Step one, when you say strengthen something, what is the default status of that thing, whatever it might be? In this case, it's a passage. For instance, I'll give you an analogical example, a parallel example. If I call the carpenter and then I tell the carpenter, please strengthen this table, what is the default condition of the table? Answer is very simple. It is in a weak state. Similarly, if I say, why don't you strengthen this passage? Which means what? What is the default condition of the passage? It is weak, though it might seem strong. Okay, step one. What we need to do? We need to strengthen this. That means one of these five options will make this, will be a supportive statement for what the conclusion here is given. Let's read this. The ivory-billed woodpecker has been considered extinct for the past several decades. Recently, researchers claim to have found a pair of ivory-billeds in Arkansas. Their best evidence is a video that shows a large woodpecker flying away from the camera. That is the best evidence they have. And they have seen that video from some place in Arkansas. The bird has the characteristic large white patches on the trailing edge of the wing. So this is one characteristic that they have noticed. That is, it might be too small, but what I've just written is evidence. That is evidence, proof. This is one of the factors that distinguish ivory-billeds from the closely related pileated woodpecker. So this is one factor that is also evidence, or as we say, premises. But I'm not going to go with technical terms now. I'll rather explain that to you in class or online when you're taking classes. Now the most important part, a focus shift. The focus shifts from here. Any contrast word what is a contrast word? Any word that changes the focus of the discussion. For instance, we have one over there. However, the most common one that's used is but. Then we have nevertheless, nonetheless, by contrast, on the contrary, yet, conversely, although, though. I can go on and on. But these are all contrasting words because they change the focus of the discussion. I was going to go to the movie yesterday, but it started raining. So did I go to the movie? the focus changed from going to the movie to not going to the movie. Remember that. So, the focus of the whole discussion changes. And then it goes on to state what? Skeptics. Skeptics are who? Those who are cynical, those who doubt things. Skeptics of the discovery argue that some abnormal pileatids can have extra white on the wing and that the bird in the video is most likely an abnormal pileatid. So, they are the doubtful ones, the cynical ones are saying they are abnormal birds and it's not what they are, ivory billets that the researchers are claiming. Therefore, they conclude that the ivory billet has not been found and is still extinct. Now, whenever you have a conclusion after the contrast, that conclusion becomes the main conclusion. So, this is the has not been found and the researchers claim that it is an ivory billet. This is wrong is what we have to prove. So, we have to go with the skeptics. Now, let us look at the options. So, step 1 is always this in CR, critical reasoning, step 2 is this and then step 3 is you come to the option. Plug the options in. There are 4 different kinds of answer options given to you which will easily help you to eliminate. We always follow the POE which in short means process of elimination when we are taking up multiple choice questions. Even today, the process of elimination is the best way to solve multiple choice questions, MCQs as we call them. Now, A states, before this discovery, the last reported ivory billets were seen in Louisiana. Why are we even comparing Louisiana with Arkansas? That's an out of scope option. We can eliminate that. It does not link up with the passage. In the same area where the video was shot, researchers also heard the distinctive double tap used by the ivory billets. Now, this, if I keep this option, this will actually support the researchers. We don't want to support the researchers. We want to support the skeptics, those who are cynical, those who are doubtful. So, we will take this option out as well. Remember, whenever you are solving multiple choice questions, and Gmat is a multiple choice question test, a computer adaptive test, always go with the process of elimination. Never chase the correct answer, always chase the wrong answers. Take them out first. The correct answer will stand out on its own. You don't have to do a thing, trust me. Okay? Let's go on to the next option. The first person to discover the ivory billets was not a specialist, but professional ornithologists were soon brought into. Now, why are we even talking about specialists and professional ornithologists? Why? That is again also out of scope. Of the 5 key field marks that identify ivory billets, only the extra white on the wing has been seen, and this is also the only feature that occurs on abnormal pileatids. Now, this means that it is actually telling you that of the 5 key field marks, only the extra white. Never miss out on such words. Only, must, should, all the models on the wing has been seen. And this is the only feature that occurs on abnormal. So, this makes sense. It connects with the passage. We retain this option. The last option, the bird in the video is clearly seen using the shallow wing beats of the ivory billet rather than the deeper wing beats of the pileatid. So, that the bird, who is this coming from? This is a verbatim answer. It is out. So, your answer is simply with the process of elimination D. It's as easy as that. So, solving a critical reasoning question is not at all difficult. It's just how you think and how you approach. And again, as I keep saying, how. So, trainers everywhere, they tell you a lot of things. They tell you this, they tell you that, they give you a lot of extra information. You feel like you're studying a lot, you're working hard a lot, but even in physics, as they say, if you move from point A to point B, which is 10 kilometers, and point B to point A, back to point A, which is another 10 kilometers, we say the total distance traveled is 0. For a normal person, it will be 20 kilometers. Same way, when trainers tell you, give you unnecessary information, give you extra things to do which does not really impact your score and will never impact your score, you end up losing even though you worked so hard. So, to know more about us, get your admissions done, and I hope to see you in class soon. Thank you very much. That will be all for today. See you soon. Bye.